Hola, muy buena. Ahora vamos a hacer aquí un gameplay que va a ser de Metal Gear Solid 2. Vamos a seguir con el capítulo 2, tío. Ah, tío. Y eso que habíamos dejado donde habíamos vencido a la Olga y después ahí lo dejé. Pero, vamos a claro, ¿no? Eso. Ah, venga. Ah. Bueno, como visteis en el capítulo 1, por lo que se ve, a ver, estábamos en el barco el Metal Gear, el Snake y el Otacón iban a echar una foto. Porque estaba guardado el Metal Gear y ha sido secuestrado por unos terroristas. Y los terroristas y también pues eso, secuestraron el barco y lo tienen ya, parece que lo tienen todo controlado. Y eso, y aquí está el Metal Gear y el Snake va pues a eso, a echar unas fotos, pero parece que se está torciendo la cosa. Ah, ah, pero, sí, bueno, ah, y después como eso, pues también se vio que estaba ahí el Sergei Gulukovich, que es el que manda en todos los soldados, estos son de Sergei Gulukovich. Ah, pero, y eso ya han secuestrado el barco, que es donde estaba la metallía. Y nada, no sabemos qué va a pasar. Nos crucemos con la Olga, el Snake. Ahí va a mirar una cosa, espera. Y eso, vestimos a la Olga y ahora aquí, y aquí seguimos hablando, tío. A ver, estoy durmiendo, vale, está aquí durmiendo. Aquí va, mira, era aquí. Oh, hay un sitio. Ahí está abajo. Aquí no. No, era por ahí, me ve que iba bien. No, que sí. ¿Se la verdad esto a tope? Sí. Es por arriba, mira por tu.
Freeze.
Ay, ah.
Freeze.
Estoy lleno de bichos, Me está durmiendo este ahí, Ah, no. ¿Se han ido algo? ¿Eh? No, no. Era por aquí. Ah. Me parece aquí, Y también aquí. También quiere ir por la parte de abajo que venía por aquí para probar aquí. ¿Sabes? Saber dónde iba esta puerta. ¿Eh? ¿Pero qué? ¿Eh? Ah. Ah, puedo volver. Ahora sí que tengo que rodear. A ver que ya todo esto ya lo miré. Estoy a tope ya de raciones. Ah. Vale, vale.
Raven.
Buscan Raven, Ah. Ahora vas a ver dónde está Buscan Raven, tío. Mira, una figurilla, Ni se piensa que era Buscan Raven, A ver, mira. Ahora lo que va a hacer es Buscan Raven, ¿Qué hace eso, Ah, empieza a disparar bolitas, tío. Y esto lo llena de bolas, O sea que no. Esto se quedan en las bolas y todo. Gracias como este se queda lleno de bolitas, Entonces ahí a disparar sin momento. Ah, qué tal. A ver, espérate, ¿sabes? Esta puerta no se puede abrir. A ver si funciona. A ver. Joder, macho. No hay manera, Anda que no. Nada más que razones, tío. Claro que no. Ah, a dormir, tío. Es que ya la dos. Como miro bien por todo, Ah, ahora se me ya tengo. Esto me voy a mirar aquí. ¿Se algo? Tranquilizante. Ajá. Aquí lo ya se lo digo que queda, tío. Ah. Ahora que llega por aquí arriba, pero es que me parece que de allá arriba no sé qué ya son a la vuelta. No me parece curiosidad. No hay nada. Entonces aún le quedaba para respetarse. Ah.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol at the small room on the port side.
Vale. Eso es. Vale. ¿Sí? ¿Así o qué? Ay, no estoy durmiendo, No sé, pero cada vez veo más guardias, macho. Joder. Están todos durmiendo, claro. No, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo que? No. Así la tiro. Sale para afuera. No hay manera,
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
Bueno. Como se ve, aquí hay sensores infrarrojos, tío. Vale. Si quieres verlo mejor, una manera es No sé si con los tranquilizantes funciona. A ver, ¿dónde la saco? Ah, sí, mira. Mira, los rayos infrarrojos que hay, tío. No hay manera de poder pasar, tío. La mejor manera es unos aparatos que hay ahí que le disparas y se quitan los sensores. Pero está difícil de ver. Porque en que se ven más bombas, tío. Entonces la mejor manera es poniéndose las técnicas. Te pones las técnicas y donde más naranja se ve, ahí es donde están los... A ver, no sé si tiene, a ver, los prismáticos. Prismáticos no tienen eso en la cámara, ¿no? Bueno, pero la cámara. No es eso. Hay que disparar eso. Entonces había un sensor antes en el principio antes de cruzarte con la hoja. No lo he destruido, no sé, siempre lo he destruido, no sé, siempre no lo he destruido. A ver, así al final. Quiero coger la caja que me ve que está yendo, ¿no? Así, vale. Y eso. Bueno, para destruir los cacharros con la tranquilizadora no se puede, ¿eh? Esto es bueno. Asegurarse el disparo. Y vamos. Allá. Venga, uno. Por otro. Nos aseguramos. Buah. Venga, ahí. Otra. No sé dónde está la otra, tío. Mires por donde mires. No sé dónde está la otra, tío. No se ve dónde está la tercera, tío. Entonces cogéis, os subís aquí. Y aquí está, tío, ahí arriba, tío. Ya está. Ya está todo sin saber roto. Claro, tío. Vale. Ya vamos para adelante.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Paso a paso. Las cosas. Vamos a cubrirlo. Pues sí. Sí tiene, sí. A ver, por ahí viene uno. A ver. A dormir. Me parece que ya no vamos a sacudir más porque nada más que raciones, sí. Y munición, tío. Este es el mejor soldado de todos, mira, Este. Escuchando bacalao, Ese es más gracioso de todo, Ay, el tío. He hecho que no iba a sacar, pero es que ya la costumbre ya, tío. A ver, No, ya... A dormir. si acaso. Ah, pues. ¿Estamos? Vamos.
Oh, you need to save? Just a second. Hey, Snake. What's hardest won, most easily lost? It's time. Get it? Amazing how relevant these Chinese proverbs still are. Once the moment's gone, it's gone. Except for daylight savings time, of course. That extra hour to do anything you like with every autumn. Gotta love it. Then again, you lose an hour every spring, so I guess the proverbs are right. Wow, they thought of everything.
Did they even have daylight savings back then?
Of course not. They knew how to save time. We're the ones that need to be tricked into it.
Yeah, but you said...
The moment never returns, Snake. Let's not waste it on idle questions.
Okay.
Ay, el tacón, Ah. Con su pueblo chino, Ah. ¿Qué importa? No. No tampoco hacer así.
We have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit, with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Who goes there?
A todos los matones de por la cabeza, Ah.
goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the... The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Hey, ¿cómo ha venido cero, Hey, tío.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed?
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front, front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer
soldados ahí, de los
Line
marines ahí,
proliferation will be
El
contained.
comandante dando el discurso con el metrallador en la tele Económica,
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the
Mira cómo se ve
specifications
el
of metal gear.
comandante, tío.
Worse yet, so do a number
Dando
of
su
road
discurso,
states.
tío.
They
Bueno,
are
ahora
all
tengo que
working
pasar
on
por aquí sin que
restoring
me
the
vea.
other Metal Gear Force to compete with the US's
Ah.
nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see us
Mejor me
more of
parece.
these Metal Gear derivatives.
Sí, por aquí. Están todos mirando para esa pantalla, es mejor ir por este lado. Ah. Es mejor pasar tumbado, que se echa para hacer ruido. Y te puede ver el soldado ese que está ahí, tío. Ah. Bueno. Ah.
Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature than the Navy's.
Mira, se ve algo ahí, pero no hay nada.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
Está ahí Metal Gear, tío.
It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail.
Bueno, empezamos. Ha hecho las foticos que nos había dicho Tacón. Otro a la derecha. Ahí con el comandante ahí. Dice good,
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down. Right. Front.
Que si me quedo ahí en el medio me...
Getting back to the topic at hand.
Hostia, tío.
I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war.
Por si acaso la puedo disparar, voy a ponerme el tranquilizante, por si acaso.
As a father, I want to leave a better
Vamos a echar una foto aquí de frente, he hecho a la derecha,
I know that
ahora de enfrente.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious, unlike the Army's
Vale,
jets.
y ahora a la izquierda. Foto en el lado izquierdo.
Make its landing on any shoreline.
Y ahora las letras de Metal Gear, tío, de los marines, tío. Aquí es mejor ir así tumbado, porque esto es todo, toda la chapa hace ruido. Esto estoy aquí, ¿sabes? Ahí ya no me... porque ya estaba lejos, tío. Pero esta foto vamos, la vamos a echar. A ver, se va a sorprender el Otacón, tío, la fotico que va a echar, tío. Ahí. Así.
Chalk it up to old age. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. We
Eso
have
es.
intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the left! Intruder to the right!
Era aquí. Una vez me pilló ahí que estaba ahí en el me engancharon de lleno, tío.
Intruder to the right!
Ya, puedo ir ya, pero era para que veas en un momento lo que... Pues casi me pilla, le ha faltado un poco. Y se me suele pillar, esto no sé, igual lo he hecho mucho rápido, pero... Ay, qué buena, tío, aguante, lo escucho acá, Y eso, cuando me pillaron en el medio, tío, es que es buena, tío, buah, lo que me reí, tío. Es buena. Ah, vamos a mandar las foticos a Utacón que nos había dicho, tío. Ah.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. Next up is... Okay, this works. It's a great front view. Next up is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. So, what's the last one gonna be? This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well. Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, you! Have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Kurlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Kurlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Ouch!
Get out of my mind, Liquid! The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old
había
man.
matado a Liquid, y ahora
Our
está
raw
aquí otra
materials are
vez,
vintage, brother.
pues
Big Boss
puedo
was in his
hacerlo,
late 50s when they
Ah,
created his copies.
ahora, tío.
I live on through this arm.
Liquid's on.
You don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
We have a problem.
the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
¿Cómo se ha llevado el Ocelot el Metal Gear, impresionante, vamos a guardar. Y seguimos, tío. Es un misterio cómo ha quedado la cosa, tío.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
Descendió el barco, hicieron, ¿sabes? Tenía petróleo y han hecho el diésel. Y ahora han venido unos terroristas y lo han secuestrado de la zona, tío. Los de Accent, tío, se llaman los terroristas, tío.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan...
Solo está también el presidente de los Estados Unidos que está aquí también, tío.
To decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil. Toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence.
Está en flojo.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
Campbell.
Looks like there are no sentries
Aquí Campbell, tío.
What's the visibility?
The lights... won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're
¿Dónde
changing
está
the code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll
Este no
skip
es
that
Snake,
part.
otro
Make sure
personaje.
nobody sees you.
Raiden,
If you need
tío.
to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you. The codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Ya estamos. ¿Ves? El que llevo no es Snake, Snake ya está muerto, tío. Con el barco, tío. Cuando se llevó cero el Metal Gear, tío. Aquí una ración, tío. Jodas, prácticas cerradas,
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Grlukovich man.
Grlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not manage to take care of every sentry in the... He's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node. Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Vamos al nodo para coger el radar, tío. ¿Qué va a ser? Voy a poner... Aquí, tío. Esto es vale. Sí, del 12, tío. Mira. Así. Y de España. Así no va a tocar nada. No me puede ajustar los... el radar y todas las cosas. Pero yo no toco nada, yo lo dejo así. Pues personalizar a tu gusto, tío.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier. I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Yo podía subir, ¿no?
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Stay on the lookout.
Ah, no, no da tiempo, no. Me hubiese enganchado. A ver, para arriba, ¿no? Venga, ahí. Vamos para arriba. Ah.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Está muerto por el barco, tío.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Bueno, me parece que ya hemos ganado mucha gameplay. Ya está en polo hoy, tío. Tengo más, ¿no? No. Vale. Que no hay solo nada. No. Bueno, vamos a dejar aquí. Ya está el polo hoy, tío. Eh, el Raven está calentando ya para capítulo 3, tío. Vamos a dejar ya, se merece un like, A ver, esto es cómo se ha llevado el océano, el Metal Gear, Pues ahora se hundió el barco, tenía petróleo y ahora hicieron esto, el Big Sur, para que no se contamine el mar, ¿sabes? Porque si no se iba a extender, tío. Ya han venido, han venido unos terroristas, han secuestrado la zona y pues estaba también el presidente de Estados Unidos también lo han secuestrado, tío. Pues lo tengo que salvar, tío. Bueno, eso es un juegazo. Y eso, vamos a dejar ya el capítulo 2 y ya otro día vemos el capítulo 3, tío. Bueno, eso, que se merece un like, Ese, está, mis ejemplitos son los mejores, tío. Hay que like. Bueno, adiós. Adiós, tío.